The Profiles app will serve two purposes. First, to provide a user with a place to save default delivery information, and second, to provide them with a record of their order history. To do that, we'll need a user profile model which is attached to the logged in user, and we'll also need to attach the user's profile to all their orders. Let's begin by importing the user model and then creating a user profile model which has a one-to-one field attached to the user. This is just like a foreign key, except that it specifies that each user can only have one profile, and each profile can only be attached to one user. The rest of the fields in this model are the delivery information fields we want the user to be able to provide defaults for. These can come directly from the order model, so I'll grab phone number, country, postcode, town or city, the street address lines, and county, and paste them in here. I'll add default to the beginning of each just to make it clearer what they are, and the only other difference is that in the profile we want all these fields to be optional, so I'll provide null equals true and blank equals true for each of them. Also, since we're using the country field, we'll need to import that from Django countries. I'll now write a quick string method to return the username. And let's also add a quick receiver for the post save event from the user model, so that each time a user object is saved, we'll automatically either create a profile for them if the user has just been created, or just save the profile to update it if the user already existed. In this case, by the way, since there's only one signal, I'm not putting it in a separate signals.py module like we did for the ones on the order model. Lastly, we need to import post save and receiver in order for the signal to work. So I've now got a nice user profile model that will automatically create a profile for everyone who signs up. Before we migrate those changes though, let's go to the order model and attach the user profile to it. First I'll import the user profile model, and then I'll create a new foreign key to it on the order. We'll use models.setNull if the profile is deleted, since that will allow us to keep an order history in the admin even if the user is deleted. And we'll also allow this to be either null or blank so that users who don't have an account can still make purchases. Lastly, I'll add a related name of orders so we can access the user's orders by calling something like user.userprofile.orders. That should be it for the database changes, so let's dry run those changes and make sure everything looks good. These are okay, so I'll go ahead and make migrations. Verify that they're all good to migrate. And migrate them. As a final step in this video, let's set up the basic URLs, views, and templates for the Profiles app. Starting with views.py, I'll create a simple view called Profile, and it's just going to return a profile.html template with an empty context for now. Let's go create the URL for this view. And then include the URLs in the project level file. And finally, we'll create the profile template. I'll copy the checkout template this time and make a couple minor adjustments. First, removing bag tools, then changing the extra CSS file to one for the Profiles app, and finally removing everything else except for the header, which I'll change to My Profile. Lastly, I'll create an empty CSS file in the appropriate directory, and that's where we'll maintain the CSS for this app. With all that finished, we should be able to see the profile template by manually going to the profile URL, even if we're not logged in. You'll see since I was logged in as the admin user, I had to delete the header there in the inspector temporarily because the logout button was hiding behind it. But it does look like the profile URL is working and everything is all set, so let's commit these changes and push them to GitHub. In the next video, we'll fix the various all-auth templates that are hiding behind the header and start integrating the user's profile throughout the application.